Hello from Long Beach, California. It is golden hour. The sun is setting. I am running out of daylight, but I did attend an event from Second Sunday's weekend with Eye of the Cat shop here in Long Beach. And so I was hosting tarot readings. I was selling my essential oils. I'm going to just share a little bit of my experience. I'm going to promote some of the new friends I made, talk about some highlights, experiences that were had, and the energy is intense. My energy is intense. And I'm so excited about all the goodies and the trades that I got from this experience. I have this sign from Michael's. It was one of the things that you can grab while you wait for the cashiers to help you. You may benefit from purchasing one. The letters are removable, and the sign spoke to me because it said, "Hello, beautiful." And so your own self-confidence can lead you places that you never thought that you would be. It's like a domino effect. The way you feel towards yourself will grow into other things. I got this necklace from a lovely new friend that I met at the vendor market. Thank you, Claudia, for this beautiful necklace. It absolutely matches my top. The charms on it are so delicate. And for a portion of the collective, sweating it out is necessary. Okay, sweating is normal. Even excessive sweating is normal. Your body is regulating it from being excessively hot. Your body is regulating from being very nervous about something. So this whole experience is that if you work through, maybe work from a heart space, work from your own self-confidence, you'll find that people will add to that experience. And so totally an accident, but while we were wrapping up day one, I was helping my friend Claudia and her family pack away her things for overnight storage, and the table was unstable, and rhyming could be significant for a collective. Okay, you could be a poet, but I very ever so gently tapped the table, but because of how unstable it was, it just sent one direction and fell, and all of the product that was on it came tumbling over. Fortunately, only one or two pieces from their products broke. It was a selenite piece, and so everyone absorbed the energy as, you know, it was better, the selenite, than anyone else, you know, that no one severely or you know, no one got hurt, whether severely or even a fraction. And so we just kind of took the L, that it was better that it was a random object than a human being. But I felt so badly. I was just thinking about it, and I ended up coming by and treating my friend Claudia to a Boss Up and Boundaries essential oil blend that I made. I have 4 other ones that have cute names. I got very validated by being open to my peers at this event. So I have Boss Up and Boundaries. I have Lively and Lovely. I have dream team, and self-esteem. I have Mother Earth and rebirth. And one more. Serene and serendipity. Okay, but anyway, I felt so, even though it wasn't my fault, the table was unstable before I even approached it to tap it very gently. I still felt like had I not tapped the table, you know, the selenite would not have taken a fall and they lost an item. So I wanted to recover that and give an essential oil, and when I did so, we had a continued conversation about yoga and healing, some healing yoga postures, talking about getting a work permit through a school district for those that have family businesses and they have children and people who are underage, helping the family business in order to maybe protect from liability of child labor, or just even to increase resume building. I suggested, from personal experience, seeing if there's options available through the school district or through the city for a work permit that is under 15 or 16 years old. At least some sort of approval from a system that, yes. So I shared that. I shared a few things about yoga, and the conversation flew smoothly, sharing vulnerably what it's like to be a vendor, entering the market and putting yourself out there. And then she surprised me and began to put this necklace around my neck, and I was so pleasantly surprised that when I approached coming from a good heart space, the energy grew, and I was able to share information that was helpful for them, and I was able to receive an unexpected gift. You may find that when you share more about who you are, what you're dealing with, what the information that you know, that you may learn something, you may earn something. Learning and earning. Okay, so I have been at this market with my essential oils. You may benefit from the barter system in your community, so just offering up trade, being like, this is what I have to offer, I love what you have to offer, these are my favorite things. Summing up, like, say if you really admire someone's shop, let's see, for example, so my new friend Samantha Reynolds, artist, she is on Instagram as Samantha Reynolds Art. She creates these patchwork hearts, and I have had my eye on them since I seen her table, since I seen her work, and the cost of these is about $40. The cost of one of these is about $22, and so I summed up as close as possible what would equate her patchwork heart. Okay, so two of these would be $44, one of these is $40. Okay, and you agree or not to pay the difference. You may just call it even. It's close enough. You may just work it out however you think works out. But anyway, I was able to take home with me a patchwork heart, and I really resonate with it because of patching up some shadow work, patching up some family connections that have lost their way, that somewhere along the way something happened, the connection is not what it used to be, and so having some of these hard conversations, or even someone's personal medical illness, is having you have a wake-up call, and maybe you are looking for things that represent some sort of totem. Okay, and so I loved getting to know Sam. I loved getting to know this crochet artist, Curie Luna. She makes tarot bags, okay, and this one was cost at $21. I was able to evenly trade one of my essential oils for this tarot bag, so you could put your tarot cards in there. She makes all sorts of things, so adorable. And look at the third eye stitched right in there. Oh, so delicate and adorable. Okay, and I was able to collect some goodies. Okay, so I was an essential oil blend vendor, and so then I discovered 3 oil blends that I can work with for personal use and for collective use. I teach yoga, so I am often using my roller bottles and other roller bottles I discover for the yogis for Savasana, putting it on their wrists, letting them rub it in. I'll roll it on with a roller bottle, and they rub it in their wrists, and they receive the aromatherapeutic benefits. I have 2 sprays from my new friends at Go and Moon, Lucy and her friend or partner that was with her, but I got the Serpent Flame spray. It represents renewal, transformation, blessings, and manifesting. And the Golden Success spray, which represents prosperity, abundance, wealth. Now this one interestingly reminds me of my childhood, just like something from the deep archives. I can't exactly put a touch on, but I'm just like, whoa, I have not spelling bee. Okay, someone could be a smarty pants, all right, with the spelling bee energy coming up. But what was I saying? When I smelt this, I was like, I have not smelt something like this since, like, it's coming up from the deep archives, like since maybe elementary school, like my deep youth. Okay, and I was channeling that your child self often recognizes or remembers your purpose a lot easier than your adult self. And very beautifully said. Golden success, your most successful self is going to be when you let your inner child play. Okay, whether you do it full on as a monetized hobby, or you just have a hobby on the side and you let your inner child play, and you're genuinely happy, and it shows and it delivers in everything you do. Okay, so I have the Serpent Flame and the Golden Success mists, the sprays from Goat and Moon, the shop by Lucy. She was telling me about the Outsiders Stay Golden Pony Boy. You may resonate with that a little bit. Okay, and from Unity Sanctum, I picked up the Mother Lilith oil. Look at how beautiful and witchy that looks. This Mother Lilith oil it was waiting for me. They were telling me it's their last one. They've been holding on to it for some time, and they're thinking whoever it goes to, it's who it's supposed to be with. And so it's meant to be with me. The day before, on day one of the vendor weekend, I received a absolutely accurate astrology reading from Jazzy. And Jazzy, who was at the event, read into my Lilith placement in my birth chart, as well as my stellium and a few other key features, right? And so I have noticed I have been struggling with the energy that she carries. She's been trying to work with me, but I am resistant to change. Every now and again, you know, there is some change that is easier to work with. You've been longing for change, but in other circumstances, change isn't easy. Most things, we are creatures of habit. So when things get shaken up, we're just like so distraught. And so Lilith shows up in my life to. They were, the homies at Unity Sanctum were just telling me that this is a great blend for those that are beginning to work with Lilith, because there was a blend from Goat and Moon for Lilith, but not in an option that I was looking for, not in a spray form. They only had roller bottle form, and so it just kind of worked out that this is the one that I came home with instead of the one from Goat and Moon, because of their intentions of those that want to begin working with her versus those that actively work with Lilith. Something here about Spirit wants me to channel a little bit about the energy of being misunderstood. Okay, the Lilith goddess and other deities are misunderstood, maybe rejected, judged, and so it is normal. Not everyone is going to align perfectly with you, but you can learn from a different experience. Okay. From Eye of the Cat, to even start off the entire weekend, I had, the month before, I had bought an extra mini spray of this money draw spray. It is intended to attract in financial abundance. You spray it directly on your money. You spray it. I have sprayed it on items that I wanted to, like I sprayed it over my booth, my items that I wanted to attract monetary attention to. And so I did notice the effect when I had the mini spray. I was using it on my cash monies, and I did notice it throughout the weekend when I sprayed it over my booth. Let's see here. Oh, I got a beautiful crystal from Guthrin Gems, who was my neighbor today, and they presented me with a amber that in the front there, captured in the amber, is a bee that got stuck. So there's a bee in my amber piece. I've never had an amber before today, and it was meant to be this piece because, as you can see, I have a bee tattooed on my hand. Melly, which Greek root miel it represents honeybee. And actually, I was discussing with those that were at Unity Sanctum that the bee, that if I were to rename myself, I would rename myself Honey. Okay? And so anyway, Guthrin Gems gave me we traded. I gave her 2 oils for this beautiful, gorgeous amber that has a bee entrapped in it. And she was so lovely to also give me a fluorite crystal. So let me pick it up carefully. And there it is, fluorite. Crystallized Heka, another friend that was at the event, sells pendulums. So we did an even 2 for 2. I have an Amazonite pendulum for my meditations and a black tourmaline pendulum for my meditations, for any divination guidance that is needed for myself and for collective. And I was able to give out plenty of business cards. I had a pretty thick stack of business cards, and here it is. And it's definitely thinned out. I am going to need to purchase and create more business cards to give out. This may be your next step in your business, is creating a logo, creating a tangible item that people can walk away with, even if they're not walking away with a product. You may just freestyle and see what you can give away for free. Could be business cards, could be little mini goodies. Okay. Oh, and QR codes, okay? These frames I got from Dollar Tree. They're the 4x4 frames. And if you have a printer, or if you don't have a printer, you can go to Staples or Office Max. You can print out any image. I chose to print out a QR code and my logo. And I also have my logo printed out from a previous event in color. Okay, so having multiple options, some signages. Don't gatekeep. My battery went low, so don't gatekeep, okay? Whatever someone is doing, it doesn't take away from what you are doing. If anything, you are the one that takes away from what you are doing by holding back, by being jealous, by not letting there be room to have inspiration. Okay, so these were the goodies from the event this weekend. Just a little channel message for those that are business owners and growing. Signing yourself up for events, finding yourself at the right place at the right time. So I was in Long Beach for something totally different than any of this event stuff last month. In the love department, maybe don't focus so much on it, and it might flourish without you having to do anything. To be honest, most of us have to just exist, and the things that are meant for you will come in. You don't have to try so hard. And I see the sun coming down. I need to rest. I need to plug in my prosthetic leg, Autobach sea leg. If you know, you know. And I'm going to potentially meet up with one of my favorite people, though it doesn't seem like they're one of my favorite people. They are. It's giving agree to disagree. It's giving learning from your differences. It's giving loving someone no matter what, even if you carry a lot of conflict. It's just giving. I'm going to spend the rest of my time in Long Beach enjoying myself the best I can, doing the best I can, and even your worst is still enough. Or how should I phrase that? Someone still thinks you're the best even on your worst days. And thank you for hearing me out. goodbye here in Long Beach. I'll be back in the next following months and hopefully popping up in Santa Cruz, California sometime soon. Catch me in your state sometime in the future, and goodbye.